Welcome back, everybody. Houston, we have a problem. Welcome to another episode of Official Rules, a Sweepstakes podcast. I'm your host, Jay Victor, and we were supposed to have another guest host. You may know him as Shut Up Rick. My buddy Rick was going to join us, but tech savvy we are not. So I was able to get him in on Facebook Messenger. My recording software doesn't allow for him to hear the music intro. It doesn't record his voice. Tried a couple things, didn't work out. Hopefully we will have my friend Rick on an episode in the future. He was kind of involved in this episode, and more on that later in regards to some sweepstakes wins and how it affects marketing and dollars and why companies do that. But I was going to introduce you to my buddy, and now we just have to cut that intro short and talk about what's been going on lately. Well, I had a fantastic weekend filled with sweep stuff, family, friends, hanging out, food, did a little exercise, very positive, lots of job applications going out. But it was a super positive weekend. We had a biannual in-person sweepstakes club meeting with my friends in Massachusetts. Very intimate group in a mall food court, but just absolutely wonderful people. And it's so nice if you are a part of this hobby. And obviously you have the Facebook groups, you can type to people. Some of you may be in part of a virtual group. But there's a lot of outlets out there, whether you have a membership to I Win contests. Tom has a fantastic Discord, which, amongst other topics, has different sweepstakes clubs that you can meet up locally. Now, there wasn't one in Connecticut, so I have to drive about an hour, which to me was well worth the trip and the gas to hang out with these wonderful folks. And side note, there's a Papa Gino's right down the street, so I picked up 2 pizzas and I brought my pizza bag with me for the trip home. So my son was happy to get Papa Gino's when Dad got back from his club meeting. But I'm definitely the new guy there. This is only my second meeting. But it was great to see everybody. It was great to meet people that I've only spoken to on our text thread. And it's just great conversation. It's getting to know the people that I never met in person before. And these folks that I meet up with are definitely OGs. They've been in the sweeping game for a very long time. They have fantastic stories. They have great tips. They're winners. Everybody is super positive. We had a stamp raffle where everyone brings 5 postage stamps, pick a number out of a hat. We had a $2 scratcher raffle that obviously you bring a $2 scratcher, draw a name out of a hat. And it was just wonderful. I was there for about 2 hours. We chatted a lot. There were some sidebars. Got to speak to the people that I met my first go around. Noticed there are, and I was told, and shockingly enough, a few of the ladies over there are Polish, of Polish background, Polish descent, speak Polish. And I was thrilled just to hear that. So I had such a wonderful time. Again, an hour's drive was well worth it to spend 2 hours with people that have the same hobby. They have the same mindset. All the people there are so wonderful and positive. My buddy Dave couldn't make it, came down with a stomach bug. Dave, I hope you're on the mend, my friend. And I will see you the next go around in March, unless I see you at a Connecticut concert first, because Dave wins a lot of radio stuff just like I do. So the in-person meeting was fun. It's just great to talk to people who have the same hobby, and especially to bow down to the folks who have really been doing this for a long, long time and have won fantastic trips and cars and cash and all that kind of stuff. And very cool. And before I forget, I brought my spreadsheet with some of the wins there. I gotta send that spreadsheet out as I promised in the group chat. So I'm gonna write a little note here. Group chat spreadsheet. So from in person to over the air, that group meeting was on Saturday, followed by another trip to another UConn Huskies football game. And I bring this up for a reason. I mentioned in, I believe it was the last episode, I had won tickets courtesy of our local news station, WFSB Channel 3. Won a 4-pack of tickets. Of course, I took my buddy Rick, met up with a bunch of other friends there. It was an earlier game. We did the tailgate, the whole shebang. And that was, count it, about 3 weeks ago. It was for the home opener. So they had the home opener, then they had 2 away games, I believe. And now this latest game was against Ball State. And Rick was nice enough to pick up the tab because he had such a good time and I had such a good time at the first game. But it brings me to my point. Sweepstakes are nice because you get to get stuff for free, and I get that. But there's always a business tactic behind it, and it's all about marketing. We had such a great time at the first game that we won for free. It was kind of a no-brainer to say, hey, if the weather's good, we'll go to the next game. Our friends that already go over there have season tickets, and now we're thinking, for the price that you pay and fees for one ticket, season tickets to UConn football in the nosebleeds, which are still great seats, you get to see everything. I think it's going to run you like $100 for the whole season. That's something like 8 games. So to me, well worth the price of admission. And that's the whole point of sweeping, folks. They don't do it out of the kindness of their heart just so they could give away prizes. It is about marketing. It is about, getting you hooked and getting prizes for, food that they want you to try. More on that later as well. But it definitely worked with us, thanks to WFSB. So thank you, WFSB, for the fantastic tickets from a few weeks ago. And we're still going to UConn football games. We're still spending money, and we're still paying $20 for parking that's way far away. Isn't that right, Rick? So Massachusetts meeting and UConn football on Saturday. Today on Sunday, I did quite a bit of running around, but I was able to tune into a virtual sweepstakes meeting with all of my friends I've been doing for a long time. Captain Bill Jensen, Mr. Dan, Rochelle, Lori from Alaska, a wonderful group of people as well. And this meeting is obviously similar to other sweepstakes clubs where you share your wins and tips, but this one is a little bit more technical, and they talk about a lot of stuff like RoboForm and different entry methods, how to open a whole mess of tabs all at once on Chrome. Still very enjoyable because although to myself, I've been doing this for a while, again, there are people who have been doing this for years and years. And even though I can open up a computer, take it apart, put it back together again, the technical ability on the software side is a little different as far as macros and extensions and things that can help you with sweepstakes. I go a little bit more bare bones. As I mentioned to my folks at the in-person meeting in Massachusetts, I'm trying until at least the end of the year to do no autofill, nothing, just kind of everything manual because, as I mentioned numerous times before, I've cut down on the amount of sweepstakes I do because A, I really only want to concentrate on the ones that I really want to win and that seem worth it to me, and B, it is fun to win a $5 credit, a $10 or a $20 gift card or Visa or anything like that. But if I can leave that prize for someone who really, really wants it, or maybe even someone who's new to this hobby, I would rather do that because, you could win a whole bunch of $10 cards and, it gets put up on your list. I'd rather go for the bigger stuff that, thankfully I've been winning and unfortunately recently been declining as well. Which brings me to my next topic. Another local station was giving away a prize that I was very happy to win because it's right up my alley. It included a hotel stay, which I thought was, maybe not for me. I'm already in Connecticut, so I wasn't going to need a hotel stay overnight. But I started doing the paperwork for the win, and I noticed that they were valuing this prize at $1,000, which when doing the math and then putting together all the facts I had available, without getting too specific because I don't want to put down any type of TV station or radio station or sponsor or anything, the numbers to me just didn't make sense, especially making it a taxable event in which I'd have to pay roughly $250 on my taxes for something that, unfortunately, in my opinion, was just not worth it. I asked them if they can remove the hotel portion, if that would lessen the cost and, make it a little bit more palatable for me to be able to accept the prize, but they said under absolutely no circumstances would that happen. So unfortunately, I had to decline that prize, and shame on me, the guy who hosts Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. I did not read the official rules for that particular contest. So shame on Jay Victor. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever done something so silly? Have you pulled a Jay Victor? Sweepstakespodcast at gmail.com. Again, sweepstakespodcast at gmail.com. Have you ever declined a prize because the taxes may have been too much? Well, this is my second time just this year. Let me know, or just drop me a line to say hello. Let me know what you think of the show. And thanks for listening, and thanks for reaching out. So, beyond a prize that I had to decline on the great news side, I finally got a code, which it really hasn't been that long, maybe 2 months or so, for my butcher box, which includes a whole bunch of scallops and fish and steak and lobster tails. They're telling me that I booked everything. I just chose standard shipping because I'm not in a hurry. They said I should have it within 2 weeks, so I can't wait to get cooking with that, especially those fine, high-quality steaks. And they gave away quite a few of them. I'll have to really look up the name of the sponsor because I will butcher it. It's like Brudalik. I would love to pronounce it properly. It seems like German. But I will get the proper pronunciation and post it on the next episode. Also, today in the mail, I did get my 5 coupons, although I really would have liked to play in a fantasy football league with Field Yates. It wasn't in the cards this year, but Red Baron did send me 5 coupons for free stuffed crust pizzas. And wouldn't you know who won the pony? The family who absolutely loves and adores, and it's really the only frozen pizza that we eat, Red Baron Pizza. So looky here, your actual consumer won a fantastic prize that he will appreciate forever and a day. Thank you, Red Baron, for that one. And there'll be another prize that is being delivered. Not going to mention it quite yet, but hopefully on a soon-to-be future episode of this podcast. So stay tuned. It's nothing super, super major, but timing-wise, it could not have come at a better time. More on that later. So from wins to possible wins, now it's time to bring up one of my favorite parts of the show, the new and improved, not really, it's our regular top 5, but as always, brought to you by one of my favorite sweepstakes sites, ultracontest.com. Feel free to go to ultracontest.com. All these sweeps and many, many more will be found on the first 5 pages of ultracontest.com, starting off with T-Mobile Tuesdays. It is sweepstakes number 485, open to all legal residents of the 50 United States, D.C., U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, ages 18 and older. As always, this one runs for a week. This one's running from September 16th through September 23rd. It is a one-time, a one-and-done entry. Very simple. T-Mobile is going to award 30 grand prize winners a $1,000 Amazon e-gift card. And just because they're great pals, they're going to also give you a check to offset the taxes of $428. So $1,000 Amazon e-gift card, a check for $428 times 30 winners. Total retail value from T-Mobile USA of $42,840. I put this one at number 5 because in the sweepstakes community, it is not a big secret that these T-Mobile sweepstakes are very hard to win, although I know people that have won them. So it is not outside the realm of possibility. If you are not a T-Mobile customer, obviously there is a alternative method of entry link that you will be clicking on when you go to ultracontest.com. However, the reason why this may be so tough to win, they actually have their own T-Mobile Tuesdays app or section of their app for subscribers, and they have millions of subscribers. So if you get a notification as a T-Mobile customer, sure, you're going to click on it and say, yeah, enter me in for this week. And whether or not they have preference, who knows? But just keep trying, and maybe you will win someday. Coming in at number 4 on the collectibles side of things, the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Sweepstakes. It sounds like a kid thing, but even if you're not into Pokemon, if your kids or grandkids have outgrown it, Take these boxes, store them in a cool, dry place, forget about them for 10 or 20 years, and you may have something there. There's a grand prize of a bunch of trainer boxes. I'm not going to go through each and every individual name of each one. Suffice it to say, they're going to do 10 grand prize winners, 16 packs each of Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes. Legal residents of the U.S., D.C., and Canada, ages 18 and older. This is running from September 18th to October 2nd. It is also a one and done. Retail value of $800, as it states here. And 16 packs of Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes. Store them, forget about them, and see what you got in about 10 years. Or if you like Pokemon, rip them, strip them, and play them, whatever you want to do with them. That is number 3 on this week's, number 4 on this week's top 5. Number 3 is the Ultimate Homegate Sweepstakes 2025. They will award one grand prize winner a big screen TV, roughly value of $750. 10 first prize winners are also going to get a $100 Walmart gift card. So not bad. Legal residents of the United States and D.C., ages 18 or older and have reached the age of majority. This one's running September 14th through October 25th. It is a daily, so save it to your bookmark, your spreadsheet, or use whatever fantastic website, ultracontest.com, iwincontests.com, whatever you have at your disposal. Save this one. You might be one of the lucky 11, so we'll see what happens. Coming in at number 2, and a big reason that I wanted Shut Up Rick on this episode with me. This is right up both our alleys, but specifically his, because he by trade is a fantastic automotive finance manager. You have the Capital One Auto Navigator Sweepstakes. Auto Navigator is a Capital One product that you can basically, as a consumer, build your own car deal online. So, I mean, this is just another step in never having to walk into a dealership again and deal with someone like me. Get all your stuff done before you get there. Why would you have it any other way? Forget about everything else. Get your pre-approvals, everything done through Capital One and Capital One's Auto Navigator. So the Auto Navigator Sweepstakes, and the reason that it's at number 2, they're going to give one grand prize winner $50,000 in the form of a check or a wire transfer. But that's not all. 9 runner-ups, which are going to be considered first prize winners, are also going to get some cash. They're going to get $1,000 in the form of a check or a wire. So you got $9,000 prizes and one $50,000 prize, total value of $59,000 through Capital One North America. This one's available to legal residents of the U.S. and D.C., ages 18 or older that have reached the age of majority. It is a one and done, and it's got a short entry period. This one's going to run through September 12th through October 1st. So get your entries in. Why not? Give it a shot. Wish you well. Hope you get the 50 grand. And coming up, last but certainly not least, another one and done. This is the Seagram's Escapes Fall Sweepstakes. Very easy. 5 grand prize winners, each getting $1,000 check from Seagram Beverage Company, open to legal residents of the U.S. and D.C., ages 21 or older. This one's running through September 9th through October 31st. Get your entries in. You can see this and all the other sweepstakes that I've talked about on ultracontest.com. Not a paid sponsor. Just a fantastic website that I've been using for years and years and years. And they don't got all the sweepstakes, but they got plenty for me, and ones that I like to enter. I like their layout. I like their pictures. I like their lack of ads and pop-ups. Great job, ultracontest.com on the free side. Again, if you're looking to get serious about the sweepstakes hobby, they also have pay sites. So if you go to iwincontest.com, Tom Cavalli has, in my opinion, probably the best paid site out there. They're going to have sweepstakes before anyone else catches them. I do have access to a site. I don't pull sweepstakes for the top 5, only because it would be wholly unfair to my friend Tom. Because to be brutally honest with you, there's a lot of sweepstakes on there that would absolutely make the top 5, but no one else has them. Not saying they won't, but Tom, from what I've seen, usually has them first. Great job, buddy. Great site. Plenty other sites out there, but proof's in the pudding. These are the sites that I use. My dailies are down to, I think I got about 70 or 80 now. 80 might even be a stretch because my bookmark bar is not that full. Maybe I'll do a count later, or maybe take a little stop for station identification. Let me count these suckers up and get right back to you. So shame on me, a total of 89 dailies. So I was way further off than I thought I was, but these, to go along with me cutting down on the amount of sweepstakes I do and doing everything not by autofill, but manually. If a sweepstake has a complicated process, I also weigh that in. So these are usually all ready to go. Click here or just enter some basic information, and there you have it. I thought I had a whole lot less than that. Would you look at that? Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining me. It was brought to my attention that I missed the official rules 1-year anniversary. I actually started this podcast last August. I thought I took some time after I separated from my employer, and I thought I took some time off before I started the podcast. Looks like I only waited less than 2 weeks before I got it done. So happy anniversary to Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. I hope you guys are getting something out of this podcast. And if nothing else, I want to be the voice that you can talk to if you don't have a group or a virtual group or an in-person group or anyone in your life who does sweepstakes, because I certainly enjoy it, and I'm so glad that you do too. My name is Jay Victor. This has been another episode 44 of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. I thank you for joining me on this beautiful sleep weather evening. At least it is in New England. I hope you join me next time. I wish you lots of luck, lots of winning, and all the best. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.
This has been a father and son production.